It's girly power. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Oh shit, I got a super sim.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their own.
All right, I'll be back.
And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Let's go. 30 base. Check. 55 to Mike. You don't know no better. Tight go. Ready?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And here now the offense for Carolina.
Let's focus our attention on the offensive line and Brandon Sheriff, the first-round pick in 2015. In fact, the first lineman taken at number 5 overall, an offensive tackle in college, transitioned very well to guard in the NFL. Solid, reliable, 2 traits you love in an offensive lineman. How about tough, physical, and nasty? He's an Iowa offensive lineman. Those guys play well in the NFL.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here are your defensive starters for the Panthers. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Yeah.
Shotgun now for Brees. Got a man open, it's Ross. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready to break. 55. I got it. 36. 5.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves.
All this, man.
Escape, and he goes down.
I can't stand Von Miller.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Breeze to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're not over there. Single receiver. I got
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. On the return is Cohen. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run. It's Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. He's got his man. That's Hardman. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Breeze. It's caught by Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Gurley. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd down and goal. Breeze. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
False start. Offense.
That one on Kyle Long, of course, the son of Hall of Famer Howie Long. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Looking sideline, incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. 2nd and 10. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Wow.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end.
You seen that
Just trying to
shit?
do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10.
Yeah,
A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
Who is that?
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Wow.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Watch the pitch play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And
Good
that
stop.
is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Skid it.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense.
My controller does that.
By saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just
we taking it to the half?
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Derek Carr, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Darius Geis, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Watch the run.
Breeze now on first down. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down.
Offense.
And the linemen, they're already walking back. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A throw complete to Dorsett. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Going for Metcalf on the deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Completes it to Davis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And oh, sneak attack. They're going to run for him. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Panthers will get the football back. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defense is right now.
we really tried to, dog. You see that? We tried to sneak that shit on your ass. Why you just hesitate like that, though?
To get back on track.
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
He could have made that shit. He sat there with the ball.
Doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He drew Coleman something serious.
10-2 stop.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey.
Don't get this nigga, man.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
50 plant.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28.
4 yards the pickup, first
You
down.
gonna make that nigga fumble.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, watch the one left. Watch the one left.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction, and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Come on, set, 8, read.
They put that safety in the box. Put Abram in the box.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage.
Who is that?
Brought down at the 32.
Oh, Judy.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
See how you get him with the start. He wasn't always a superstar. Judy. Oh, okay. You're right.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, well, oh, you can't change that?
And it's on EA Sports.
I thought that they just couldn't know. Yeah, you can't. Y'all just can't change the ratings.
Face a 3rd and 14.
Oh, you can't put the visors on them?
He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown.
Who the fuck is that? Cortland Sutton? Get the fuck out of here.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you
I'm like, damn, it's because I ain't putting no dark visor on that nigga, man. The lights was in his eyes.
Right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Them shits look cold. And then you got the neck pad on the linebacker.
For the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3.
You look good, you play good. I mean, you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. That's what Deion said.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Hell no, I'll be damned.
And as this offense makes
I'd rather the Buccaneers take it. They only got 3 games won right now. It's impossible for them to take it. I still rather they have to take it.
Fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about?
Because my dude, he has that one thing where he plays in the dome. Like whenever we play in the dome, he's in the zone.
When you get to this time of year,
on certain situations, I guess.
And that's where we are right now to see
he said something like that. So this must be a dome.
To get into the playoffs.
Yeah, it is Georgia Dome.
5, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Breeze going to throw. But he's got the hook up here.
Ooh, that hesitation.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 37.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
That's what's killing me. I know what I gotta do. I can't have him as my 1.
Breeze now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. I got Greg Olsen. So why the hell is Gesicki starting? What is Olsen's overall?
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze.
I knew something was missing. I don't got Olsen in my top 3 at all. That's why he don't get in. Okay. Alright, yep. I'm about to fix that shit. Let's go.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him
I knew I had Greg Olsen.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive.
My dumb ass got second start.
Passing game, loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down, it'll be 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Breeze. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Greg Olsen.
Oh, Greg. I need to get him more ball. Let's go.
Here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without.
He said what?
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to
That's fake, man. Fake as hell.
Plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Turn the
They
arrow
had a catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. They're going to look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 70th catch for him.
Oh, wow.
Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
All right, bro.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Metcalf once again the target. And now it's 2nd down.
Oh, Joe Burrow got a... Oh, that should have been...
This will be
incomplete.
Joe Burrow got a superstar shit too.
This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
That should have been picked.
A lot of communication and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now. A nickname.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Now Brees. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Brees. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
That was ass.
53, check 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Bro, call timeout.
Falcon first down. And the
What are they doing? They let the clock run down. Man, the computer is so stupid. They let the clock run down. I could have gotten field goal range. I had plenty of time.
Brees to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Ain't nobody trying to go to no fucking overtime with your ass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second.
Man, that was game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That
So a little
should have been
teaching
in.
moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this
Don't
goes.
nobody want to go to overtime
Okay,
with
so in
your
the past,
ass.
we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're
Let's
into
just
sudden
score
death.
right quick.
First team to score wins the game.
In this game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta
first one to
offense
score.
now ready to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime.
Score a
Obviously,
touchdown.
a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On the handoff, it's Gurley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So on the heels
Different.
of the run
I think it's because I got a different playbook.
Another 1st and 10.
This one runs a variety of power runs and zone runs. The last playbook I was running was only zone runs. So I like this one. This one is a mixture. And it runs the ball more.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. They will find Davis. That's complete. No gain there.
Last playbook said they runs a variety of zone runs. This one says runs the opponent down with both power and zone runs. So I think they run the ball more.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Why are we running it?
On play action.
Oh.
Now Breeze. And able to find Dorsett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Forward. No.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because
I like how we run the ball a lot more in this offense.
I know the defensive guys.
And still pass it.
Breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Get up.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Throwing on second down, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver.
The computer playing stupid, bro, because like I have no timeouts. What if like this is gonna be a tie game?
Now Breeze
if I catch it in the end zone, inbounds. Look, yeah, tie game.
Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single season
I don't know. I don't
sacks.
think so. I don't think so. No, this regular season, they got tie games. Ultimate Team, they don't have tie games. Regular season shit, they will have a tie game.
Well, how about this? The
Oh my
very,
God.
very rare tie
That's
that we
whack.
just witnessed. Hard to believe.
That's
You don't see it
fucking
very
whack.
often. A bonus period
Bro,
of football,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't we kick a field goal? That was stupid.
a little bit unsatisfied.
That's what I'm saying.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable
That
to
was
determine a winner.
stupid.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome. But the
Come
kind of game
on.
we
That
had,
should have been a
evenly matched.
win.
But here's where it gets tough.
That's some dumb shit, bro. A fucking tie? I should have beat you. That just made me mad. Yeah, these niggas is dumb. I'm done with this shit. Yeah, but I'm about to get ready to go to sleep, man. I gotta work tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you later. Hold on. Sleep, get tired. How the fuck we tie, bro? Who am I again? Falcons. And who is he? The Saints? Yeah, I'm done anyway. Oh yeah, 'cause it's 2 each division. Yeah, you're right. Damn. Alright, well I'll be on here tomorrow, bro. Alrighty.